Yeah, that's exactly it. We've spoken the whole World Cup through about taking opportunities when you play good rugby teams, and today there was some fantastic passages of play, particularly in the second half, and none more so than that one that went for 16 or 17 phases where we got a metre from the line and didn't take the opportunity, and then 14-point swing really on the scoreboard, and that's what the game comes down to. So yeah, it was lost opportunities. I'm very disappointed from that point of view, but from another point of view, I'm incredibly proud of this group of players, and you can see how hard they worked. When if you make a mistake, you just see how hard they worked and scrambled, and so there was certainly no lack of effort. It's a great learning curve.
Thank you. Prior to today, you've obviously come through playing three pretty tough opponents in England, France and Argentina, tier one sides. What sort of learnings can you take from that experience, and how important is being able to face that sort of opposition going forward?
There's a tremendous amount of learnings that I think we've taken, and we will continue to take when we reflect now on our World Cup campaign. I think probably none more so than what we've just mentioned now about taking opportunities. I just think the better the teams are that are out there, that the opportunities you don't take, the more you get punished. I think there's aspects of our game, obviously, that we've seen now that we need to put a lot of time and energy into, and in order for us to improve that. None more so than the fact that you just can't concede tries the way we have. But how important it was, I mean, it's extremely important for us to be able to play those teams. There's disappointment, deep disappointment at the moment, but this has been an unbelievable opportunity for us, and to play against these tier one teams, and that they're putting their best team on the field, is a huge learning curve for us, and we're going to get better. The disappointment will go away, but we'll definitely become a better team because of it.
In the second row, thanks.
Gary, in the first half, I think the missed tackle count against you guys was pretty horrific. Did you talk about that at all, in terms of they seem to be making a lot of breaks from everywhere?
Yeah, we spoke about it at halftime, obviously. Yeah, I don't necessarily know what that number was, but yeah, we spoke about it at halftime, and obviously we wanted to shore up our defence. But that's what Tonga bring. They bring guys who can make magic and good steppers, and there are some questions of our defence today, definitely.
Further questions? Yeah, thanks. Darren, looking back over the last month, then what are the reflections you have on Japan's hosting of the tournament and the experience that you guys have had?
It's been tremendous. I mean, it's been absolutely off the charts. I think, the Japanese people are amazing people. The work and effort that's gone into hosting this competition, and the efficiency of the hosting of the competition is testament to Japan as a country. So I think it's been a great experience for all of us, for the players, for the coaches, and yeah, I can't say enough good things about Japan.
Can I ask you, Blaine, to reflect on the tournament as well as a group of players? And Gary speaking about, you're desperately disappointed, but you're going to have to pick yourselves up and learn something from this. Is that the feeling there, or is it just disappointment?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably pretty raw right now, but I mean, if it shows anything and demonstrates anything, it's just how bloody hard it is to win a game at the Rugby World Cup. And, we demonstrated that we're a competitive team, but the margin is very small between being competitive and then getting a result. And you kind of, it was probably summed up in the clip that kind of Gary mentioned, where we're creating pressure, we're maintaining pressure deep inside of our opposition half, and then unfortunately a turnover, and then what feels like should be our score ends up being us standing under our sticks for the next 60 seconds, and it's a massive blow. But that's the game of rugby. That's life in the arena. And from our standpoint, all we can really do is is squeeze every ounce of learning we can out of this experience, and then hopefully that can catapult the team for the next 4 years in the cycle, and continue to start from a place of we now know as a group, because there's a lot of people they'll hopefully be a part of this team moving forward, of just how hard it is and what it looks like to be at the top 1% of the game, and the effort and the accuracy that's needed in order to get results at Rugby World Cups.
監督にお願いしたいんですが、米国ではラグビーの新リーグができたりとかして環境面整ってきてると思うんですけども、その面が今大会にどういう部分で出たか、またアメリカのラグビーの可能性についてどういうふうに考えていらっしゃるかというのを教えてください。
I'm unbelievably excited about the future of American rugby, particularly with the Major League Rugby competition that has now started, as you mentioned. I think it has had a significant effect on the environment around our team. We spoke about it even at the beginning of the year. You know, we've seen in the last 12 months that the start of the MLR has had a significant effect on just the fact that the players are in a professional environment, in a rugby environment, day in and day out. And I think that's only going to improve the quicker the level of the MLR improves, which I think it is going to do over the next couple of years. So it's made a big difference. It makes a big difference for us. Yeah, we need to just capitalize on that. And you know, we've got a good relationship with the guys at the MLR from USA Rugby, and you know, we'll share all our IP with them. And you know, hopefully, as the league improves, that'll have a knock-on effect to us as well.
Okay, here.
Gary, is there one thing that you can take out of this World Cup in terms of improvement, and one thing that you can sort of say that we need to get better? I know it's difficult to sort of boil it down to factors like that, but one thing that you're happy and one thing you think US Rugby really needs to kind of improve on?
Yeah, I think the one thing I'm tremendously happy about is the fight that the guys have shown. I don't think that anybody watching any of the games that we've played in these 4 games can honestly turn around and say that this group of players didn't show a huge amount of character. You know, just going 7-0 down today, and the fight that we showed back to get to wrestle the lead back again. When we did concede line breaks, how hard everybody works to get back and scramble. That's a sign of the character of these guys. So for me, without a question of a doubt, the character. And I think if you use that as a foundation to build a team on, you know, you've got an opportunity to go places. I think if you don't have that foundation, you can have the best players in the world, and it's not going to matter. So extremely happy about that in very high pressure situations. And I think, obviously, you know, we've touched on defence and probably set piece. I think those are the 2 areas that I think we need to, you know, we're always going to want to improve on every area of our game. But I think those are probably the 2 things that, you know, we've shown we're not yet able to go toe-to-toe with the best in the world on those areas.
Thank you. We have time for just 1 or 2 last questions. Or if that's all, then thank you very much. Gary, Blaine, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.